UFL and Jaden Price are the return men for Arlington, as Matt McCrane will get things started for DC. This is Jaden Price on the return. And Price ends up at about the 26-yard line.
But also the separating factor for him, his ability to make plays with his legs, off the zone reads in the RPO game. That is what makes him truly special.
Luke's, this is Jaden Price on the return. And Price ends up at about the 26-yard line. One of the most enjoyable aspects of doing a game in DC, Luke's monitoring that beer snake.
Oh, I certainly am here. We're in the end zone. We're ready to go. We've got 15 cups so far, and I've got my beer snake. 16. There we go. Here we go. Oh, 17. Here we go. I got my beer snake consigliere here. Evan, what's the number? What's the goal for today in terms of how far this is going to go up?
Oh, I would love for this thing to get up all the way today. I think we should have enough people here today. We can get it all the way up.
Heck of a commitment test. We'll see what they can do.
We will see. Evan Diaz, who is the anchor point of the beer snake. Perez on first down, back shoulder is incomplete. He was looking for Tyler Vaughns.
Yeah, that's a matchup that you're going to want to watch all game. Tyler Vaughns had his breakout game last week, 9 receptions, 127 yards, and it was that back shoulder throw. He's going to be matched up on former first-round pick DeAndre Baker, Kelvin Joseph on either side. Number 8's a guy that Luis Perez is going to go to many times, as many times as possible today.
Here's Hunter on the carry as he is taken down at the 28-yard line. Tackled that time by Maxwell.
All right, let's go 11 Burnett. Left half, middle. 5, Dixie left. 50, 5-0, F-choice, X go, ZX. 5, Dixie left. 50, F-choice, X go, ZX.
X-choice, X go, ZX.
Third and 8 for Perez as he goes with the in cut. That's going to be short of the line again. Deontay Burnett, the former USC star, with the reception, tackled by Bryce Thompson.
Yeah, quick game there, but a lot of traffic around Luis Perez. He's got a man down for Arlington.
That's the left guard, I believe, Marcus Minor. Got a huge college football career at Pitt. He was on that offensive line and earned first team All-ACC. Was at Maryland for a few years, was an All-Academic Big Ten, then transferred to the ACC to play at Pitt, where he was first team All-ACC, and now starting offensive lineman for Arlington is down on their first possession.
Yeah, remember, I mentioned it in the open. Luis Perez is a pocket passer. He's not a mobile guy, so his ability to operate with clean pockets is what this team depends on. And with these UFL rosters, they only travel 7 offensive linemen. So if you're down 1, that's 6. 5 are out on the field, and not a lot of room for injuries, as you can see him get rolled up here late. Right before the throw, a lot of traffic around Luis Perez.
Well, Jordan, you better hope one of them can play center.
Yeah.
Well, he is able to put some weight on it as Minor makes his way off the field. Remember, that was 3rd and 8, and the reception went for 5 yards. So 4th down, the punter, Marquette King, the longtime NFL star, is out there.
And our first look at Chris Rowland, who will be returning this punt, one of the best playmakers in the UFL. Dangerous with the ball in his hands.
Marquette King on to punt as he skies this and turns it over and drives it all the way back to the 10-yard line for Rowland. Ball is out! The ball is out, and there is a fight for it. And Arlington believes they've recovered.
I think it was the long snapper that ended up on that one.
Antonio Ortiz is the long snapper down there. And coming it is Arlington football. Off the fumble And Ortiz recovers it.
Yeah, Rowland had a fumble on a kickoff return last week as well. Ball security issues on special teams, and this is going to give Arlington great field position to start this game.
Tom Luganville, how much do you appreciate a snapper getting down on punt coverage and coming up with a football?
Well, listen, I was down here right in front of it when it happened, and he came in, swooped in, got in the field position, technically sound, but you know what it tells you? It tells you that long snappers are athletes, too. He had to run 45 yards to cover that thing.
Like your son playing college football.
Exactly.
At Western Kentucky.
Eastern Kentucky now, come on.
Oh, my God, that is horrible.
Oh, my goodness.
Kentucky. EKU, major shout-out.
They were punches, they were trying to rip it out. I was holding on to it.
What was going on down there when you had the ball?
They were trying to rip it out, man. I was holding on for dear life.
Awesome. Great job. I know you're getting ready for a field goal, but great job.
All right, thank you.
It's second down. Where does he have to go?
He wants to get his snaps. Hey, second down. Where you got to go? Where do you got to go with second down?
I trying to get rid of the field goal. I'm trying to get someone Marquette.
Perez. Incomplete. He was looking for Vaughn's. DeAndre Baker, the former first-round pick, with coverage.
That's a long snapper's dream. You got interviewed in the first quarter of a game, and you're trying to go get snaps in on second down?
Well, he's efficient, right? It was a dream. He was running over so we can get his snaps with Marquette. It's third down already. You know the play clock goes flat. Play clock goes fast. So he's trying to get ready. He's already getting ready to get to prepared for the field goal.
Third down and 14.
White Cadillac, you got Sal Cannella, the big tight end target, matched up on Baker.
Perez just going to have to check down on third and long, and wiggling his way straight ahead was Hunter. What an extra effort by Hunter to pick up the first down on what was 3rd and 14.
And watch, Anthony Hines, normally responsible for the running back, is going to blitz, so the safety's going to have to come down and pick up Day Hunter from 15, 20 yards deep. That's why there's that separation on the check down. And a really good job by the veteran quarterback of finding him, as you see the True Vision chest cam on Day Hunter.
Quick to the outside, but right on top of Sal Cannella as they're whistling this dead. That was Bryce Thompson with an outstanding play.
Yeah, and he's a guy that they traded for this offseason. He has been such a pickup. Watch him coming off the edge here, reading it right away, triggering, and avoiding that block from the slot receiver. He's the guy that plays that nickel position. This secondary is so talented for DC. That's why they're the second best pass defense in the UFL.
Second and 12. Perez being chased back by Joe Wallace. And because of that, he has to throw it away with the big 300-pounder getting free.
And Joe Wallace is a game wrecker, man. He has been so good the last couple weeks. You see him knifing through the A-gap. Luis Perez wanted the matchup of Day Hunter as running back on Anthony Hines, the linebacker, on a rail route into the end zone, but great coverage, and the pressure from Wallace caused him to scramble and move on.
3rd and 12.
63. Oh, yeah. Go. Get set.
Perez on 3rd and long. Had a step up, lot of traffic as he goes underneath the Hunter, who's trying to spin free but unable to get out of the grasp. Josh Proctor the first to get there, and then Shane Simon cleaned it up.
Yeah, watch Andre Mintz, a little game coming here and then looping around. Roberson on the right side is going to cause Perez to step up, and then it's the ET game on the left side. Mintz almost gets to him. Causes once again another check down throw to get the ball out of his hands and avoid a sack.
So Antonio Ortiz, who had the fumble recovery, was anxious to get out there and snap. Now he gets this opportunity as Lucas Haversick will have the short field goal attempt that he puts up and in. A 30-yard field goal for Haversick has been right there in so many games, and if they win today, they are still very much alive to make it into the playoffs. 30-yard field goal moments ago after we had the turnover on the punt return. This is Chris Rowland who fumbled the punt return as Roland makes a good return out towards the 30-yard line. Here's what Jordan Thomas sounded like in warm-ups.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Hey, they say it's going to take grit, right? It's going to take grit. Hey, from the first snap to the last snap, we got to dominate these boys. This is our house. I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play for you. I'm going to play for you. So I want y'all to play for me. That's all I want. That's all I want. Let's go, baby. Dominate, baby. Let's go. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Great level of intensity from the veteran quarterback, the former Ole Miss star, now 27 years old and having one of his best seasons.
37 Gucci. Alert 46. 37 Gucci. Alert 46.
Oh, that's got to be good. 37 Gucci.
Scarpe Italiano.
Allora, sto bene.
Leading the UFL in almost every single passing category, and stat chasers will say, oh, but he's last in completion percentage. Yeah, because they throw the football deep downfield more than anybody. He takes a lot of risks, but he is accurate downfield.
They go with the jet motion of Roland, and Roland able to turn the corner and get the first down. You see the explosiveness on the edge from the 5'8" Roland.
Yeah, and he's going to have 2 lead blockers to the left here. And I love getting the ball in Chris Rowland's hands early. Had the turnover on special teams, but last week, only 1 catch for 7 yards, only 2 total targets. Getting him involved early, and here it goes.
Oh, they keep it on the ground with Jackson, and he is gone just like that. A 57-yard touchdown by Deion Jackson.
What an answer for DC. We saw Arlington off to the quick start. There is a flag on the field.
We're going to have to check on that. Let's listen in.
OBO 2-0.
25-88 engaged. Try to separate. We're going to bang them 25 with a personal foul for out of bounds, continuing in his act. And then we got, after the play, 25, we just need to warn that coach over there about him and his actions. Grabbing his crotch and everything. 25, personal foul. Unnecessary roughness.
So it's against Arlington.
It's against Arlington.
25, we're going to enforce it as a dead ball foul, but that's on the try.
So it is a...
It's a foul on 25 Arlington for a personal foul. We'll enforce it on the try. So find out what the DC coach wants to do in terms of,
Personal foul, defense number 25. Penalty will be enforced on the try.
Well, it was a great run by Jackson. I want you to pay attention to the linebacker right here, Donald Payne. He's going to stop in the A-gap. You have to keep knifing through. He should have been able to blow that up in the backfield. Instead, he waits, hesitates. Deion Jackson able to hit the B-gap there for a big touchdown. And a little extracurricular going on the sideline here early.
Well, that happened actually even a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
After the kickoff, there was some pushing.
Hard line by rule.
A couple hand gestures that weren't appreciated by the black and white stripes.
So because of the penalty, this is actually assessed on the conversion. So this is a 3-point attempt, but it's from the 2-yard line, our ortho home defense conversion attempt. So a 3-point attempt from the 2. As Jackson catches that seam and is in. So Deion Jackson just accounted for 9 points, a 57-yard touchdown, and then because of the penalty, a short 3-point conversion.
Yeah, it's a great job by the offensive line, but this is music to the ears of this coaching staff and this fan base, because DC has really struggled to run the ball the last couple games. Only 70 total yards last week, 75 yards in the blowout loss to Michigan, already up around that total. When they can get their run game going to complement the play action, the RPOs, the downfield passing from Jordan Ta'amu, this offense is nearly unstoppable. When they don't run the football, they struggle.
Got Deion Jackson right here. 9 points in one man. A 57-yard touchdown, and, of course, the conversion. What did you see off of the left side? Had a nice little jump cut in there, but what did your eyes tell you?
I just seen one back in the box, you know. I pressed it, made him stay middle. My lineman, they cleared the lane to the left. Rest is history.
All right, go do it, buddy.
Yep.
9-3 as DC responds. Remember, they turned the ball over, gave up that field goal, and then they didn't waste much time at all. Jaden Price on the return. So Deion Jackson with a 57-yard touchdown, Aaron Dolan. How did that play on the gambling scene?
Well, for him to score the first touchdown, it was plus 500 odds on ESPN Bet. So what that means is if you have placed a $10 bet on him to score the first touchdown, you would have won $500. Now $50. On top of that, this is a guy that scored in 3 of the last 4 games, and now that pushes up this total. And keep in mind, overs are continuing to be the narrative. They're currently 16-7 since week 3. So the public's liking the over for today. We'll see how high it gets.
No doubt about it. Already 12 points on our board. Orbit, play action, and then the throwback screen set up to Jones, who's able to get through a little bit of traffic, but man, that takes time to develop and gives the defense a chance to react.
Yeah, a lot of time, and DeAndre Baker, the corner on the backside, does a great job of staying home. He's out of your picture to the right, but he's going to just slow this thing down enough, eat up one of the blocks to allow Bryce Thompson and everybody else, Josh Proctor, to come in and make the tackle to keep that from being a big play.
All of that for 2 yards.
Yeah. Yep. You're going to see a lot of misdirection stuff, though. Arlington's trying to manufacture yards without a run game any way possible.
2nd and 8. This is Jones. And Jones struggles to move ahead by 1.5 yards. Blake Williams is the defensive coordinator for DC.
Stay. Bear Mike 3 Sky. Bear Mike pick 3 Sky. Tell him Bear Mike pick 3 Sky. Bear Mike pick 3 Sky. Bear Mike pick 3 Sky. No, 9, you're still.
That bear front plus the extra backer, but they get the ball out and get it complete for a first down to Isaiah Winstead.
And you heard cover 3 in that play call from Blake Williams. Normally these corners are pressed in tight man coverage. It's their philosophy. It's who they want to be. That time they're pressed and they bail off, so that out route wide open. Really good timing from Luis Perez finding Isaiah Winstead. And it does look like he held on to that one. Yep.
Winstead has spent time with the 49ers and the Jets in training camp and then practice squad with a 9-yard reception for the first down. Play action, orbit motion again. Perez takes a shot downfield as he's able to connect to Deontay Burnett. Great reception on the sideline by Burnett.
And such a good throw. You've heard broadcasters say quarterbacks, when they layer the ball, that's what layering the ball is. You have 2 different defenders, Kelvin Joseph, Bryce Thompson, underneath. That ball's got to get up and over. Great job by Luis Perez.
21-yard reception by Burnett off a nice throw by Perez, and a little miscommunication. The whistles blow, and the officials will clean this up.
Substitution mechanics.
Guys, I think DC wants to have this challenge. They don't feel like the second foot came down.
Let's reset to 15 on the play clock. 15.
They don't feel like the Burnett second foot
Please
came
reset
down on the
play
preceding
clock to
catch, you're saying.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
1-5.
Well, listen, they should. It's a 21-yard game for a first down.
No doubt.
Let's see if there is a challenge from Shannon Harris.
Remember, early in the game, if you lose that, you lose your challenge for the rest of the game. You have to be 1,000% sure challenging something early in the game if it's not a big-time scoring, change of momentum type play.
Even if you are 100% sure, you still have to assess the cost-benefit analysis. Is it worth it at this juncture this early? And flag comes in there with some movement.
71.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And great audio there. We heard Luis Perez right here. He thinks that DC was screaming out a snap count, simulating a snap count, which triggered the false start from the offensive line.
363 hog, X stop. Okay, ready? 363 hog. You gotta stop. Hog. 363 hog. You gotta check shit. Here we go. Sit up, lady. Sit up.
1st and 15 after the penalty. Back shoulder this time to Burnett, as he will bring it in at about the 33-34 line.
Nobody throws that ball better than Luis Perez. I mean, he had like 4 or 5 of them last week to Tyler Vaughns. That is a tough throw to get it down and outside. Really great timing and accuracy there, as you got a receiver running away from you. You got to put it right on his back hip.
Stay, 62. Hey, let's go up.
Second and 6. Edge pressure. And he's unable to survive the end of that play as the ball came out. DC says they have it. And they do. It is a fumble recovery by Joe Wallace.
Yeah, and it was Derek Roberson initially working on left tackle Ricky Lee. Roberson, 5.5 sacks, having a monster year. Definitely in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Coming off the edge with the speed rush. And then Fisher from the right side. Watch the initial rush right here. And then it's going to be Fisher that finishes it off. But that first pass rush, Luis Perez got to step up right into pressure, right into Fisher's lap, and does a great job of not just holding the quarterback, but ripping the ball out.
Defender himself. He got great fans here in D.C. Evan Diaz, Tom Luganville interviewed earlier today. He's the anchor point for that beer snake. We'll have to check in on him in a little bit. They may add to it if they are able to score here and keep the party going.
They got some work to do, Tess.
They do.
And you know what? I don't like seeing those 3 magistrates up there with an empty-handed.
Yeah, you
get to work, guys.
You can't wear a costume to a game and not have a beer in
They
it.
should be double fisting.
Is it a costume, though, or are they actually magistrates?
That's a good point. I don't know.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Here we go.
It's 1st and goal.
Ready. To go.
Here's to Amu with Abram Smith blocking, but he's tackled for a loss. That was Charlie Thomas knifing in.
Well, Thomas does a great job of reading this, and nobody there. The double teams don't get to it, so he's able to work right across. Tight end's got to try to get north and south, but nobody there.
Have your right. 23 stick. On ready. Yeah.
It's a loss of 3. Second and goal.
Ready. To go.
Smith straight ahead and straight in. Touchdown, Abram Smith.
Boy, this time, watch the defensive end vacate with the tight end and the linebacker. So 2 guys go with the tight end, nobody backside to try to squeeze that or cut that run off. You'd love if one of those guys was able to collapse that down and help close that hole. Too many weapons, too many big-bodied tight ends that can catch the ball down around the goal line.
Here we go.
2-point conversion attempt for DC. Tamu with time, back corner of the end zone. That is overthrown. 15-3 is where you see Shannon Harris already talking with Tom Luganville. Luke, what's he saying to you right there?
So they thought there was a face mask right there on Abram Smith, and I agree with him. I think there was as he crossed the goal line. So Shannon Harris is saying, I want that call, so we'll go for 3, but we'll have the ball on the 1-yard line. And he saw it, and I just went over to him and said, I think you're right. It was a face mask.
Well, that's what happened on their first touchdown. There was a penalty that moved the ball closer, and they were able to convert for 3 points. Deion Jackson scored all 9 points in that moment. 15-3 with both running backs having scored touchdowns.
Tess, how great is this? I just walk right up to the head coach, you know.
It's
just start talking to him.
Oh, it's honestly the best serve the fan football broadcast there is. I give credit to the UFL with really the common sense leadership decisions of do what is best to serve the fan and serve the broadcast. Jaden Price on the return as he hesitated with that live ball bouncing. the coverage unit able to get down there in time. We got the series finale on Sunday Night Baseball between the Mets and the Yankees at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Coverage begins at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight, Sunday Night Countdown. Of course, all New York buzzing, not just about Mets, Yankees, but the Knicks advancing in the NBA playoff. Did you see, by the way, the party scene on 34th Street?
I did see that.
That was unbelievable.
They've been waiting a long time.
I mean, it wasn't an NBA Finals, just second round.
Can you imagine if they do advance to the NBA Finals, win an NBA championship? That's going to be bananas.
People on the top of billboards on 8th Avenue.
Well, Knicks fans, one of the more tortured fan bases,
I would say,
over the last few decades. Letting off some steam.
It's number 55, 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Your boy Timothy Chalamet was in the midst of that.
Is that my boy?
Yeah, that's your boy. He was. You didn't watch the Dylan flick?
I didn't, actually.
Oh, it's a great biopic, dude.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke's back me up on that.
Pretty good, and I'm not even a Dylan fan. I thought it was fantastic.
1st and 15 after the penalty. Perez able to get it to the big tight end. As Canella and flag is down, we'll check on that.
I've got defensive pass interference, number 9. It'll be declined.
Oh, they caught the ball?
Correct.
Okay. Yes. Pass interference, defense, number 9. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. First down.
Watch Day Hunter. You know, this is what you got to do as a running back. Just get in the way sometimes. He's going to get run over by Maxwell. I always used to hear, though, as a running back or on special teams, just get run over slowly.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you need to do. Yeah. It's okay if you get run over. Just make it happen slow so the quarterback or punter or kicker can actually get the ball out.
And challenge flag comes in.
Challenging at the left tackle left early. Okay. Committed a false start by leaving early.
This is what we were talking about earlier. This is dangerous because look at where they are on the field. That was not a big play.
Correct.
We're going to watch here. It does look like Ricky Lee's got a little bit of a head start. Let's listen to Mike as he kind of works through the replays here.
Okay, I want to look at feet now. I want to see at regular speed, how the officials have to see at regular speed. And watch the center of the ball. Look how quick that is. Regular speed makes it look really different. It's really close. In real time, that's not one that we want called. It's too close. So we're going to deny the challenge. So it's going to be deny the challenge, Cole. So it's going to be the setup of the next play.
It's Mike Pereira in the Verizon Command Center.
Yep. There was no false start in the play. DC has lost its challenge for the game and is charged a timeout.
You know, it's interesting also when you listen to Mike Pereira or sometimes Dean Blandinos of the commentary they'll give of, yeah, it's close. That's just not something we want to start getting into, right? We don't want to be calling that the micromanagement.
Yeah, we got great slow-mo cameras. You could go frame by frame, and was he a millisecond? That's why I love what he said. Let's watch it full speed like the officials would have to if it's not blatant and obvious. But that's why you don't challenge on a 16-yard gain. They're not even in plus territory. Not a scoring possession. Now you don't have a challenge for the rest of the game in what may end up being a really close game.
First down with Hunter as Hunter is leg tackled at the 34-yard line, dragging the man Anthony Hines.
And unless it's a 70-yard touchdown, I just don't think there's really anything that merits
possession, a third down that
merits a close challenge in the first half. It's just, you have to be so sure. And even then, you never know.
Perez has completed 7 of his last 9. Here he is on 2nd and 3. As the RPO goes to Peyton. There's a lot of option in that play.
Yeah, the option they don't really want, though, is Perez end up running that. I mean, look, He's not going to beat you with his legs.
If that's Samo on that play, he's 8 yards upfield.
100%, but I love the design. He's able to flick it out to the perimeter to a guy that's got a little more speed than he does. Poco pylon, post corner. Poco post corner, so it looks like they're going to try to take a shot here with a sail route, which is a deep over route.
Perez with time. Oh, strip sack. Picked up. This is Maxwell. Scoop. Let's wait for where they're marking it as Mintz came in with the strip sack. It was Maxwell who recovered and returned.
Recovered by Arlington for a touchdown. Yep.
But the ball came loose at the end, and Arlington may have actually gotten a touchback out of this.
I think that's what it's going to be here, Tess. I'm down here listening into these guys.
You think he recovered and landed out of bounds? I think he recovered. Okay.
Day-Day Hunter, the running back, was tracking the play.
Okay. All right.
This was inches away of being a DC touchdown, and it may be an Arlington first down.
Is a fumble by DC, fumbled into the end zone. Though the ball was possessed by the Arlington player, he landed out of bounds without establishing himself. By rule, the ball is returned to the 1 yard line, 1st and goal DC.
Well, there's a lot to clean up here. We'll get Mike Pereira involved. But let's show you what happened on the scoop and could have been score. Andre Mintz had the strip sack, and then this is the return with Maxwell.
Heads up play by Day-Day Hunter to run that down from behind. You're going to see he grabs the ball.
Well, what about that forearm?
Yeah, a couple elbows almost landed in there. His feet were up in the air, so I see that not establishing.
We're looking at feet first, Cole. We just want to take a look at feet first. Give me that other shot that you have. Okay. Okay, he needs to get the forearm. It looks like that the forearm, he's got to get more than the hand down. He's got to get the wrist more than the wrist. He's got to get that forearm down, part of the forearm. It's really close. I can't tell if that does come in bounds. Okay, we're going to go. And the result of the play was ruled fumble forward and out of bounds. We're going to stay with the result of the play. We're going to go back, and it's the 1 yard line where they put it. You go back to the spot of the fumble. The ruling of the field's going to stand, and it was clearly a fumble initially.
Okay, I think Arlington is challenging for something different.
Arlington is challenging for something different.
So, Coach, the ruling on the field stands. It's going to be 1st and goal DC. But
He fumbled through the end zone.
No. It's a UFL rule. It's a UFL rule, and if you fumble into the end zone. No, I'm saying that's all I'm asking you for another aspect. If there's another aspect you want to challenge, okay.
I said 21. Our receiver, number 21, was held.
Was held during the original win.
Yes, before the fumble. Before the fumble.
21 was held.
Our 21, yes.
So what Bob Stoops is trying to do
stands, here. However, Arlington is challenging that during the original play, when their quarterback still had possession of the ball, number 21 for Arlington was held for defensive holding.
What he's trying to do is come up with a challenge that will negate the whole thing.
And you could hear some colorful language, or maybe you didn't, but fumbling through normally means you don't get the ball back. Correct. At the one. If you fumble through the end zone.
But what they're doing here is challenging even prior to that, so he can negate the whole thing and say, hey, none of this matters because we have a defensive holding.
And they think there's going to be a hold on Deontay Burnett just around almost around the oblique there with the left arm from Ojemeda.
Did a passing motion yet. But there's no passing motion. And here comes another look. Okay, and you can see he clearly does hook him there. He's Makes no difference at that point where he's looking, the quarterback. He's going to win the challenge. It is a hold. It is a hold before the pass is thrown. And since he takes that step away at the 50, I got more going on in this play than I've had all year long, for God's sakes.
Mike Pereira just summed it up. I mean, this play has been analyzed every which way. This thing is like a CSI episode, just breaking it down with forensic studies, every aspect of this play.
Wow, you saw a little smirk on Bob Stoops' face. Finally going to get one of these challenges to go in his favor.
After review, it is defensive holding, 5-yard penalty, automatic first. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. Arlington rechanged their challenge and is not charged a timeout.
Tess, this is like when I sit at a blackjack table and I get an ace down and a couple lower numbers. I'm like, I don't know what we're at anymore. Just tell me if I won or lost. Like, just, I don't know what just happened, but who's got the ball?
Yeah, you're always doubling down. Hey, Mike Pereira. I mean, you had to get to work right there, Mike Pereira. Man, oh, man.
Man, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing there for a while. What? Defensive holding? I mean, where was that guy? I'm trying to see if a guy recovered the ball in the end zone, and then I come up with a defensive holding. But it was a heck of a challenge, that's for sure, because it was a hook and a restriction.
Here's your first down as Perez gets it to Hunter. And Hunter makes the first man miss and gets out to midfield. And give credit, Sam, give credit to Bob Stoops. Because of that, they retain possession.
Coach, we're giving a lot of credit to you. How'd you come up with the idea of challenging that play at that time?
Well, Deontay Burnett, our number 21, told me, Coach, if they don't overturn this, I was held before the play or before the fumble. So I trusted them, threw the flag, and fortunately they ruled it that way.
Did you go back and watch anything, or was it just trust?
Mostly trust.
Thanks, Coach.
Man, that's awesome by Burnett as Hunter is tackled on second down. So Burnett, Jordan, says to Coach, listen, I was held, so he had that in his back pocket. After everything we did down at the end zone, Burnett just comes up and says, I was held. Well, none of this is going to matter.
And that's great trust from Bob Stoops, because being a former quarterback, receivers tend to embellish a little bit. You know, they're always open. I got held. That was PI, you know, but
I'm wide open.
Yeah, it's a great job of Deontay Burnett just saying, hey, look, he hooked me. So really heads up on him to understand the rules. You can challenge any aspect of any play, and a great job of Arlington getting the ball back.
3rd down and 2. Perez, A-gap pressure gets picked up, dumping it out of the backfield to Hunter. Hunter turns the corner, will have the first down and more. So here's Arlington, where moments ago you thought Devontae Maxwell was a scoop and score. Now they're driving.
And a great little shot from the True Vision chest cam of Day-Day Hunter here, getting out in the flats, turning the corner. Great play call there, great recognition from Perez, because they brought pressure at the A-gaps, which means you're going to have the linebackers out leveraged with the running back.
9-yard reception by Hunter. Play action, Perez, pocket collapsing, but wide open is Canella. And the big tight end is down inside the 25-yard line. And man, how things have turned around for the Renegades.
And watch this throw from Luis Perez with Derek Roberson all over him. Roberson is unblockable on the left side. I mean, he's the one that had caused the initial fumble on that crazy play we just had, hitting Luis Perez. Ricky Lee has not been able to block Roberson all game, but a great job of Perez with an arm around him, just getting that ball to Sal Canella somehow.
17-yard reception for Canella.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're good.
There's no snap. We play that.
We're good.
Volker Nipples, our referee.
No, we're good. Same thing, 52. Hurry up. Get set, let's go. Hey, get ready to get set. Let's go. Here we go. Turn it up.
Perez to the end zone. Tyler Vaughn's touchdown, Arlington.
catches for 127 yards and a touchdown last week. Hit breakout game. They were 0 for 3 targeting him so far in the game. This time, instead of a back shoulder, throw it up. Little air and allows Tyler Vaughns to go up and grab that one. Ojemudia didn't have vision on the ball at all.
Luis Perez has hit 6 in a row. 12 of his last 14 have been completed. Two-point conversion attempt. Perez back of the end zone and again goes to Tyler Vaughns. And what a swing.
2 feet down, first possession, second act, knock the ball out. Try is good.
As you hear them instantly say, the try is good. DC looked like at USC, over 2,800 yards.
By rule, the ball was placed at the 40-yard line.
On to the 40.
That's a USC Trojan. In celebration of the UFL's Pizza Party weekend, UFL's given away 100 pizza parties this weekend to fans at home and in the stadium. You can scan the QR code on the screen for your chance to win. Why don't you scan that code and see if we get a pizza up here for halftime?
Yeah, can we get one run up here?
That's nice for the fans here in DC. This is one of the great fan atmospheres in the UFL.
What do you mean pizza up there? I'm the one burning calories.
Yeah, let's just bring it over to Tom and Sam.
Oh, y'all got pizza. Y'all like throw it.
Hey, by the way,
y'all throw a box.
There you guys earned pizza. We will show the fans a little later on how you earned your pizza today with your athletic prowess before we went on the air. Here is Jordan Ta'amu, high out of the backfield looking for Deion Jackson.
Yeah, that one looks head scratching, but what you don't realize is the defensive end and the left tackle were right in the way of Ta'amu, so he's got to try to get that up and down. As offensive coordinator Fred Keyes tries to gather this offense and get that momentum back that was lost on the crazy sequences of plays just a second ago.
Hey, 24 dart. Here we go, 24 dart. Here we go. Ready. Take go.
2nd and 10 as Ta'amu pulls, and it was a smart move to do so as he goes ahead for over 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, this time Will Clark on the backside. He's going to try to slow play this, but just gives a little too much green grass to Ta'amu. He's going to take that every time.
Following the puller, and all of a sudden it left a big hole.
37 Gucci. Alert 46. Hey, alert 24 dart. Alert 24 dart. We're good. Ready? Take go.
1st and 10. They go with Roland on the jet action. And this time it's well pursued down the line by that entire front, including the corner coming up to play.
Right, 10 personnel. Flex Chris, right. Flex Chris, right. Philly red, Z cross, X post. Philly red, Z cross, X post.
Hey, flex back Chris. Philly red. Hey, Z cross.
So 10 personnel, meaning 1 running back, 4 wide receivers. Philly is their code word for play action pass. So you're going to get a play action pass here, trying to hit the Z crosser or something over the top.
Hey, kick out the 20. Watch 20. Out there. Ready. Take go.
2nd and 9. Ta'amu as sneaking out of the backfield is Jackson. Jackson cuts back, splits defenders, and makes his way down to the 20-yard line for a big chunk play and a first down.
It's a great job by Ta'amu of knowing that when this safety starts to get on top of this guy, it means this guy's going to come on a blitz. So he was pointing out there to get his right tackle, Gunnar Britton, to slide out that way, pick up the nickel pressure, knowing now I can go opposite to that safety rotation and nobody's backside. That's a great job by a veteran quarterback of solving the problem pre-snap.
27 yards from Deion Jackson.
Take go.
Jackson will take the carry, and Jackson, with an extra surge, gets inside the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal DC.
We always called that capping the nickel. When the safety caps the nickel, you got to be ready for pressure, and you want to throw away from it. So really cool insight watching the quarterback solve those problems, change protection pre-snap.
I know. Here we go. Hey, Roger. Ready? Here we go. Here we go.
Got a bunch formation to the top here on 1st and goal. Speedy Chris Rowland is out there, but again given inside and torn down right away by Willie Taylor was Jackson. Willie Taylor with a nice play.
And this time they brought an extra linebacker to account for Jordan Ta'amu running the football. So Taylor was on the running back. Outside linebacker, nickelback was on the quarterback. They're going to say, hey, we're not going to let Ta'amu just get these easy pulls, 6-7 yard runs.
Marvin Sanders, the defensive coordinator for Arlington. Smith trying to test that left side. The 3rd and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's get it right here, coach. Let's go. Ace left, 38 race, Minnesota. 38 race, Minnesota.
Ace left, 38 race, Minnesota. Come on, ready. Go all the way across. There, come on, Chris, come on. Here we go. Hey, get out.
Heard him say, come on, Chris, let's go. Here is Chris Rowland. Throw back to Ta'amu. Blocker in front. Ta'amu reaching out and scoring. What a play by DC. Chris Rowland to his quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu.
Boy, and watch Ta'amu slow play this. So this motion, Rowland's going to pull the defender out of the way, and then watch Ta'amu just kind of backpedal. What you can't do is sprint out of here. You're going to give it away. So he kind of just backs up casually. You're going to get Yasir Durant as a lead blocker, and then this is just being an athlete. A little hurdle for the touchdown. I think Rowland threw a touchdown pass when we had him earlier in the season, didn't he?
Yeah, Chris Rowland came up big week 2 against Memphis when he threw an option pass in the 4th quarter for a 2-point conversion.
That's what it was.
So he does it again, but this time with a spectacular play. The 9-yard touchdown reception by Jordan Ta'amu as they go for 2. And they come around, reverse it with Mickens. As Mickens couldn't get there. Boy, the play calling, fun to watch. Chris Rowland throws a touchdown. 2nd and goal for Arlington. Perez to the end zone. It was high but caught. Tyler Vaughn's got that one hand up and brought it down. Oh, what a play.
Are you kidding?
TV, what you thinking about right now?
Mama, I love you. You know that.
Watch this by Vaughns.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. Look at this coming over the middle. Great job from Perez of buying a little bit of time. And this is a ball you throw at the crossbar, and you just hope your guy's able to go up and get it with one hand. Are you kidding? Look at this stretch. OBJ who? Wow.
Tyler Vaughn's coming off an incredible game last week when he had 9 catches for 127 and then does that. This the conversion, and it comes up short. The former USC Trojan star. He is putting on a show today. Tyler Vaughn's 2 touchdowns in this first half.
Yeah, they call him TV. He is made for TV. He called those jump balls usually 50-50, 80-20. And that time needing just one hand to go up and get that one.
Tyler Vaughn's, you said it was 80-20 balls. What was that ball over there?
100%. 80%. Come on.
You talked about the USC connections, all the guys on your team. What does greatness look like for you?
Achieving every field of human endeavor. Anything I do, I got to be great at it.
How do you be great at it? How do people do what you did out there?
Pray and meditate. Thank God for your accomplishments. That's it.
And then last thing, you talked about Mama, I love you. Real quick message to your mom. What do you want to tell her?
Mira, I miss you, girl. Ooh, I gonna miss you. You know that. I'll see you later, though.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Kickoff fielded at the 13-yard line by Mickens. Good coverage by Arlington. As Arlington, I still reflect in this first half. We almost had a scoop and score for DC. That would have just changed the complete tone of this first half and how Arlington was approaching things. It was challenged. The challenge was accepted. Arlington got the ball back. And now 2 times they've come down the field and gone to Vaughn's, and it's just a 4-point margin.
I love Vaughn saying, how do you do that? Well, prayer and meditation. Yeah, and a lot of hours on the jugs machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't have mitts like that to be able to pull out a one-handed catch at full extension if you're not working on your craft. That dude is talented.
And remember the stakes here. Arlington has to win today to stay alive for the postseason. DC wins today, and they know they are in. To Amu downfield as he gets the strike to Cornell Powell, the former Clemson wide receiver.
And just the 6th pass attempt for Ta'amu, and the first time they've really pushed the ball downfield, which is a staple of this offense. Great location on the back shoulder to Cornell Powell on that one from Ta'amu.
Powell, who played for Dabo Swinney for 5 years, 5 ACC championships, 2 college football playoff national championships. Jackson can't go anywhere. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
We're not done yet. We got a minute and a half. I feel like there's a lot of football left in this first half.
I agree, Jordan.
Let's go. Texas right. Philly red. All go. Y under. All ready.
So Philly, that key word for play action, all go, Y under. So you're going to get everybody on vertical routes, and this tight end trying to get the easy completion on the run.
Incomplete as he was looking for Bresnahan.
It's exactly what they wanted. Easy completion, get your guy on the run, but really, really good coverage.
Come here.
And now a big 3rd down, right? I mean, if they run the football and the clock's running, Arlington will probably use a timeout, still have 2 left. The chance to close the gap even more before half.
3rd down and 10. Flags come down as Ta'amu is chased back. As he's trying to connect that time to Sanders.
No, Andy.
Illegal shift. Okay, but we're going to decline it because it's going to go to 4th down, correct? Yeah. Okay.
Illegal shift on the offense. Not all 11 players were at the snap. That penalty will be declined. 4th down.
So the penalties decline, thus forcing the punt team onto the field. And keep in mind, Arlington with 2 timeouts remaining, plus their challenge because they had the successful challenge. And that'll mean that Paxton Brooks is out to punt away. Chris Claybrooks is back to return if he gets the opportunity. Nose down, looking for the pin inside the 10, and the fair catch is right at the 10, leaving 53 seconds in this first half. Sam?
I'm here with Coach Stoops. Coach Stoops, how aggressive are you going to be at this last minute left to half?
From where we're at, not very aggressive.
Even with the momentum going with your team?
Well, if we weren't backed up so far, I would, but not now.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
You always say you're not going to be aggressive, but if the first completion gets you 10 or 15 yards, then you can start to press the envelope a little bit.
I don't want to give them a chance. Yeah, double right revolver. No, sorry, double right tank 5 F bubble. Double right tank 5 F bubble. 1186 in.
There's Hunter straight ahead. And you heard what Stoops said to Sam, so not unexpected at all.
And DC will get the ball after halftime. So what could have been at one point a 21-3 DC lead or worse,
depending on the conversion,
now is going to be most likely a 4-point game at half. That's what we expected, though. I mean, this game, the last time these two teams met, was a thriller, went down the wire. Arlington was the one in that game that jumped out to the early lead. They were up 27-15 at halftime in that one just a few weeks ago.
They just want to organize themselves, make sure everything is clean as that play clock was counting down. So they have to use a timeout. Bob Stoops, his 4th season as their coach. Of course, 18 years as a college football head coaching legend. National championship be 25 years ago at this point.
Just run it, Charlie.
190 wins in his career at Oklahoma with the Sooners.
No, I got it.
You get the sense he's just been really enjoying his run with Arlington.
Double left, pull 2 on turbo. Double left, pull 2 on turbo.
The sun is out here in DC as things turned around in this second quarter for the Renegades, who look to close out this first half on the ground with Day Hunter. There's the True Vision chest cam on Day Hunter.
We're good.
He's carried the ball 6 times in this first half as we arrive at halftime. It was a wild first half. Tyler Vaughn's had 2 touchdowns, including the incredible one-hander. Perez was 9 of 11 for 144 yards in the second quarter alone. After this break, we'll get you up to speed on everything happening in the UFL.